Okay, here's part 2 of the Gutenberg to readability problem. Okay, so you'll notice I made a few changes to the original script from part 1, but it's pretty much the same thing. I just turned this into a function. And then I allowed you to say how many books you wanted and where you wanted to start. Did you want to start at 20,000 based on the numbering system for Gutenberg, or do you just want to start with 1? Everything else is the same. So here it is. Get some books. I'm saying give me 2 books, and let's start at 1207. Okay, so when we run this, we will get 2 books. They'll be in a list because it's returning all the books, and all the books is a list. And when it finds a book right here, if that book is, well, if it's 292 characters or less, no, if it's greater than 292 characters, then it's an actual book. Otherwise, it's just a 404 page saying there's nothing here. Okay, so we're going to append the book number. So if you have this number, it's the same as the load eText number. So we're going to put that in there, and we're going to put the text in. Okay, and so then we're going to get a list of returns. So G0 is going to be the first book, but it's going to be a list with the number and then the book. So G00 is just going to be the number, and G01 is going to be the actual text. So let's do G formatted equals. So we want to get we need to get the text as it is currently. It's not in the right format. So for it to be evaluated for readability based on the readability. So let's go here. You need to get this package, readability, and then it shows you, okay, well, the text has to be in this format where every sentence is separated by a new line character. Now I checked, they don't have to be, each one as its own string on a different line. They can be packed together as long as the new line seems to be in there. The score is the same. Okay, so to do that, we're going to break it into sentences. And one of the fastest ways to break it into sentences is to use textblob. So you're going to have to add the textblob package, and then you're going to want to add the from textblob import textblob. Okay. So let me bring these back down. Maybe I'll just do this. Okay, so let's go up to the top and do from textblob import textblob and import readability. They're gray right now because we haven't used them. Okay, now down here we want to use textblob. So G formatted is where we're going. Let's do G formatted 0 because this is the first step. Okay, G formatted 0 equals textblob G, and then what did we say? If we just want to do the first one, we want to do 0. That'll grab the first book list, and then we want to grab a second item or second element in that list. I don't want my computer slow. Okay, there we go. This will give us the text from the first book we brought back. We'll put it into G formatted 0. Okay. Then G formatted 1 equals text. No, where do you have it? G formatted 0 dot sentences. Okay. So textblob will break it into sentences for you. So let's just use that. Okay. Don't mind my dog. Now that it's in sentence format, I just tested this a little bit ago. So then we want this code. So we want for sentence in G formatted 1. Oh, okay. We probably need some place to put this stuff, right? So let's do G formatted 2 equals just an empty string. Okay. For sentence in G formatted 1. G formatted 2 equals, and then here we're going to repeat it, G formatted 2. So this just says this variable is what it was before, and then add this stuff to the end of it. So then we're going to do plus, and just what I have at the bottom here, which I already tried. So I'm going to copy it, and I'll explain it. Okay, so \n is a new line, and that's something that we know is needed by readability. Here where it says, oh, it always wants these new lines. Note that tokens separated by spaces and sentences by new lines. That's how it wants it to look. Okay, so we're adding the new line at the end of whatever's here. So the first time we're just adding a new line to this space, which is unnecessary. But the next time we do it, it'll add it and it'll be necessary. Okay, so then we want to add that new line to the sentence, because here we're getting all the sentences from G formatted 1. And so each sentence comes in as its own special text blob object. We just convert that back into a string. So each of these is a sentence in it. And if there is like weird formatting with lots of spaces or tabs or something, then those are going to come along. So we want to get rid of those. So we're grabbing the sentence, but then we're saying, hey, replace any \R's or \N's new lines with a space. That's why the space is here. So replace this with this. It could be like you could replace all the letter T's with something else. But we're just getting rid of the formatting, so it looks better. Okay, so this is going to go through the entire text and format it. And it's going to be stored in G formatted. Okay, so then G formatted 2 will be ready for should be ready to be come on. There we go. So it should be ready to get readability measures or have readability measures run on it. So instead of SSS, we want G formatted 2. Okay, so this is saying the results of the readability measures for the G formatted 2 in English are going to be stored in the results. Okay, and then I want to print the results, and let's do the readability grades for the Flesh reading age. And then just grab this, paste that in. Okay, let's see if it works. So it's looking for a book, it's getting the books, and it worked. There's our Flesh reading ease. Now we could do more than just the reading ease. We could go back to readability, and instead of reading ease, so these are readability grades. Here's the reading ease score. And what we got, you could do the SMOG index. So let's try that. So we just would replace this. So let's just grab this right here and let's just do it in the terminal. And you would read up on each of these different ones, see which one you believe in. I mean, maybe you don't believe in any of them, but they can be useful, giving you a sense. SMOG index, and I'm just copying them so I don't get any typos. And it's a little faster. Okay, so now if I run this, there we go. So there's the SMOG index score. You could do it with any of the different ones, and that's an example of how to step it through. Now, we could take this and we could create a create a function. So get prep text, let's call it. And then we have the text. The raw text. And then do we bring the book number along? Book ID, maybe. Okay, then tab it over. Okay, so then we're going to want the raw text is going to go here. Maybe we don't want the raw text. Maybe we want the raw. No. We want the raw text list. So then we already get the book ID in it because that's all how we already have it. So let's do that. And then let's do the raw text list. And I think we had what? The first thing was the ID. So let's do the second one. And then formatted 1. Why is that grayed out? Oh, probably because I need a colon. There we go. That should fix it. Come on. Okay, you get the idea. For part 3, I'll reformat this.